Welcome to the 21st Century Project webinar series. These webinars are designed for participants of our long-term training course in coaching and members of our partner organizations across Europe. We explore the benefits and unique characteristics of innovative organizational management tools and approaches. This project is proudly supported by the European Commission within the Erasmus Plus program.
Hello, everybody. Hello to you. Either you are eaten by mosquito or you are struggling with 38 degrees or wherever you are. Yes, as Marcus mentioned, today we will focus on practice, how to implement Agile approach into your NGO business, into your maybe daily life. Let's see about that. What we are going to do or how we are going to start, I'm going to share the screen. Super. And hopefully everybody can see my screen. Super.
Yes.
I will need only one person with me. So what we want to start with is to focus on your coaching practice and focus on it by your Agile planning. We are going to use this Agile method coaching reflection table, where you will see that each country has 4 pictures where you need to change the name of the person for yourself and decide what you are going to write into the red, yellow, and green tables. What you can find in red, yellow, green tables are to do, in progress, or done, things which are mentioned and connected with your coaching in this environment in 21st century. To do red, don't worry, these questions you will find also in Canva, where we are going to do that. But these questions are kind of your kickoff, your starter, your kind of tool, which helps you to focus on this reflection. So in to do, in a red color, your task will be to write down tasks and actions that the coaches need to start or plan to begin soon. So it's kind of like to-do list, what you need to do. And you can reflect these topic, what to do, this list, from 6 subtopics, where you focus on work with clients, contacting, using methods and tools, which one you would like to maybe implement or learn more, support from NGO, because maybe we have also people who are collaborating with other NGOs, and they are supported by maybe sending the clients to you, but also support from partner organization which send you to this project. Asking for support, what specific areas do I need guidance or mentorship in, and who can I ask for help, and then supervision meetings. So to do is red, and to do is basically to do list, what you need to do. Then we have yellow, and here you can list all progress. Everything what is already in progress, it means that has already started, currently being worked on, where you are also reflecting the same 6 subtopics. It's a yellow color, this in progress. And then we have a green, and in green, you will write everything what is done, tasks and actions that have been completed also from maybe the 6 points, these 6 subtopics. Where we are going to do that? We are going to do that in Canva, in the same Canva, and please focus now only on this table. When you open Canva, maybe you will see that it's kind of mishmash. Yeah, because it has own live and we are adding and deleting and changing stuff there. Don't worry about that. Your task is to focus on this table where you find your country. And here you just change the name of the person. If you want, you can also add the picture, up to you. And the questions which can guide you, can help you to reflect, you will find in these boxes. Red for red, to do, yellow, of course, for yellow, for in progress stuff, and green for what is done. Is it clear? Questions? Cool. So now, if you have question, ask.
Petra,
Yes.
so if understood well, it's like always the same questions and related to our coaching practice. We answer in theory what we need when we start, what we are like, how is the situation compared to the related to the question, and what is done related to the question, isn't it? It's like this.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, the idea is that you are going to focus on your coaching practice in this project in 21st century. And coaching practice doesn't mean only to have one-on-one client, but also maybe feel supported by your NGO, feel supported in during your supervisions, maybe collaborating with other NGOs, maybe to think about tools and methods you can use, or maybe tools and methods you need to know more about because they will be useful for you. Link is sent already in the message in the chat of the Zoom. It's individual work and we will have 15-20 minutes for that.
Where are the questions right now? The ones that flashed over the display before?
Yes, in Canva. When you open the Canva, the link, you will find it there.
Okay.
May I ask? I'm only on my phone because I was traveling abroad, not abroad, but it's still on Slovakia, but I don't have the other devices, so it could be okay if I will write it in a few days when I will come back, because I don't have I'm not sure if I can write it while I'm
When you open the link in chat, it will be also possible to write via your mobile phone.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Of course. Please slowly finish your last words. Did you use the reflective questions? Were they useful?
I tried to use the reflective questions as much as possible, but to be really honest, I'm not sure that they were that much useful, as they were more designed in discussive, like what has been going on style, instead of something that could possibly go under to do, done, or in progress.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the form, you are saying the form was not accurate. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. Super. What about the others? Did you use the questions or did you follow your inner voice of reflection?
I copy paste what Marcus said.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning, I tried to use the questions, but then I think I went just through, I mean, through them, like what was my experience without really referring too much to them. I don't know, maybe it was the wrong way to answer. I don't know. We will see how it went.
No, there is no wrong answer. The questions are really
First lesson.
Yeah. Why we are doing this, especially at the beginning of this webinar, is that you have your safe net. You have your supervisors, you have your sending NGO, you have partners in crime, your peer support, and you should feel kind of safe and you should find the answers, especially when you are looking for them. And this is kind of evaluation also for us, but also to gather information, what can be helpful. Also, what we did, what you did, is actually part of Agile approach, that we are asking you to give us some insights, some points we can implement, if it's possible, of course, to the process. Now, the next step would be to share it with your team, and team, I mean country. How we are going to do that is, I'm going to share the screen again. that you will be divided into the country teams. And the idea is that here on the right side, where you were writing, on the right side, you have key points from coaching reflection table, something you would like to summarize, share it with the others, and it's per country. So in your country team, please focus on these topics and write down. Of course, if you have something which doesn't belong to any of this group, just share it somewhere, maybe here on the right side, or maybe just put another box where you can share it. The idea is that it's not only evaluation, but also some summary of your practice, summary of what you are doing between webinars and between training courses, and what we can, if it's possible, one more time, implement or support you in some kind. So I would like to ask Marcus to divide people into the groups, and Jose, you are alone, forever alone. Would you like to join some country, or is it okay for you if you
No, for me it's okay. I just need to better understand the task, but yeah, it's fine.
And Lorenzo is saying that he can help as
Okay,
Italian.
he's Estonian, he's not Italian.
Exactly.
Oh,
Okay, sorry.
So to summarize it, please share your key points, what you would like to share about the 6 topics you possibly were reflecting. If there is something you would like to share and doesn't belong to any topic, just also write it down so we will know about it and we can discuss it.
How much time will people have?
Well, let's put it 7 minutes. Is it okay? Okay, and after 7 minutes, I will ask you if you need more or it's okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
I love it. And on a Saturday, I visited Martina because we were celebrating birthday of little Josef. He was 1 year old.
Wow.
So I took my girls and we went to visit them, and it was a nice day.
Nice. Very sweet.
It was nice. Yes, a lot of fun we had also.
Yes, Yoda, a lot of fun we had.
Yeah, that's true.
True, it is. Lying, I am not.
You know, I'm watching now the Bridgerton, so that's why.
For this, you need to talk to Petra, not to me.
On 30, on Wednesday is the second half.
I know, and we are expecting with Anita. Like, yeah, we are so interested.
I don't know when I'm going to watch it, so it's not good.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
good, but now you know the story about Penelope and Colin. It's so important.
Yes. Hello, lovely people. Welcome back. How was it for you?
Very good. I would have wanted even more time to talk. That felt so far in this kind of intersected best things that we talked about practice. I talked with my team and we got to talk about real things. I liked this group exercise.
Just to give you example how Petra works with numbers is that I told you that you will go to these groups for 7 minutes. It was 15 in the end, but on paper, when we prepared agenda, I wrote 20. So
this is called girl math.
Well, it's definitely something. Cool. So, Jose, how was it for you? Did Lorenzo help a bit?
No. In the sense that I was speaking to myself, and it was very productive room.
Okay.
I was okay. I mean, Lorenzo offered to help me, and at the beginning we spoke a bit. Then I went by myself, I'm the only Italian participant today, so yeah, very good.
Super. Super, super. And now we would like to hear all of you, each country, each group, because not even you can inspire each other, but maybe you can share also tips and tricks, what works for you or how it is in your country, in your environment. So, Jose, is it okay? You as the one and only Italian representative, would you like to share how is the situation?
Sure. So this means that I start.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. Let's see if okay. As I understood the task, it was like to write what was our idea as Italian participant on the topic given by the column. Okay. So when it went to work with clients, I have to say that we do not have many clients, even though most of us started, 3 out of 4. So I will say that it's going, but needs more effort by ourselves, because I think we need to push a bit ourselves into our tasks. But yeah, it's going quite well. Contracting, it helped a lot. The short version that you promoted, because all of us were discussing a few days ago, a week ago, in a ETA meeting, that the contract was too long and somehow this was not really performing for us. The new one works quite good. So yeah, this is a good news for us. And I need to see what I wrote in the other stuff. Yes.
Just summarize it. It's absolutely okay.
Yeah, about methods, I just wrote that we have Monica, who is a professional coach, and somehow we understood that maybe we could ask her for more suggestion, tricks, and like, you know, there are specific situations or specific people that sometimes it's not easy at the beginning, and we don't know how to start. Maybe we could also use more in this sense. And yeah, supporting from the NGO, I have the feeling that we should develop some strategy. Some strategy needs to be done, because we are a bit, let's say, some of the participants is a coach. There are many options that we could use, but I guess the NGO, in this case Strauss, could do something more to be more close to the participants and somehow find strategies together to support this phase, because some of us, it's there yet to start, but didn't start. Yeah. And well, asking for support. No, first supervision meetings. We were discussing that maybe it could be useful to have more one-to-one support, because when it's like it's good, the support given like in groups is very useful. But at the same time, not all the things come up. So maybe, I don't know if this is possible, but to have this one-to-one meetings could be useful to us. And yes, I think I mistook a bit the questions. So asking for support was the Monica stuff, but I mean, it's okay.
Super. Thank you very much, Ilse.
You're
Marcus,
welcome.
I saw that your hand was up.
Yes, I wanted to give an idea about the contracts that I used and that worked really well. What I did was that I went over the main details of the contract in a call. And before that, I had sent the contract out for the client. And when the initial call was to make sure like that we understand what's going on, what the expectations are, yada, yada, then I also opened up the contract and went through the main points that are relevant in that call for the client. And that took something like, I'd say something like 10 minutes. And even if the client doesn't read the contract or feels like it's too much legalese, then in this situation, you have a good overview. You can make sure the client has good overview. And if he has any questions, then you can refer to the contract now, knowing what it basically is and what the main points are.
Thank you very much. Super tip. Yeah. Super. Did you write it also into the box, one of the box?
No, this seems like so basic part, but I didn't think about it, writing it anywhere down.
Super. Thank you. Okay, Greece. How is the situation in your lovely country? Just to
Hello.
summarize it.
Give me- Ilya, do you want to start?
Maybe just
Uh,
2 minutes to just summarize your comments, what you discussed.
the question was general or specific? Just joking. Well, as for our work with clients, I think we are even though we didn't start early, but although now we are having some steady progress, and particularly, I know for me and Anastasia that we are doing pretty well with our young clients. And personally, I have done only the first session with them, but seems like they have great energy and they are willing to participate. And they are really interested and trusting the process. As for the contacting, Anastasia and me, we are waiting for September to start going to schools and approach teenagers from our old high school so we can coach and cure them from the depression and misery of the Greek society. The tools so far are really clear and useful, and I suppose from my experience, the Wheel of Life at least was flowy and without any problem. As for the NGO, we agreed with Anastasia that we shouldn't ask for help because in this moment they're not responsible to act in some way. And as for the support, Anastasia again has helped me personally to find some young people, friends of her, and maybe she wants to continue.
Yes. Give me a minute. Okay, asking for support. Ilya has told, I think, everything. And about supervision meetings, I said I need more time, especially with Petra, because I think I want to cry. I really want to cry. No, because at the moment I have 5 clients, and for example, one of the clients started crying more than 3 times in our first session. So I'm like, okay. So yes, and the support, the supervision meetings. Okay, I think this is what I have to say. In general, with the group, I think I'm okay with the supervision meetings. Adam is also helpful, and as I said, I wrote Monica from Italy too for me, because we are coaching each other. I realized it's too much needed. And yes.
Super. Thank you very much. Next country from this Eurovision context is Estonia. Would you like to share? Just to summarize it for 2 minutes.
Thank you. Coming hot from the studio, and our 12 points go to Czechia. I can summarize if Marcus, you're not feeling as social as me. I hope wait, let me see. It's a bit hard to read what was asked and what we wrote. So we had, okay, maybe Petra, you can help me. It's first is work with clients, right? So there was 3 of us in the team today, and we talked that working with clients is simpler or easier than assumed. That was one experience. And what was the second row? Contacting. But contacting is more complicated as people's schedules are busy, although you can make like an agreement during the end of your session, which is a good time to, agree for the next time. Then people, these agreements still fall through, which is just complicated. I think it's just part of work with people, basically. Using methods and tools, Grow method has been very useful in the beginning. And there has been use of reverse timeline as well. And in general, in that point, we were talking about how it takes time to, it takes a couple of sessions, more sessions than the first ones, to have to start using like bigger guns, so to say, methods wise. So where we are at the moment in Estonia team is that we are using, there's lots of conversation, more like general, finding the goals and like the easy first method. So not much more to say about the methods and tools. Regarding support from NGO, we're in different places. So I think that like we're in different places in that sense where we are with our practice already. And I don't know how it's specific to go here because we all have our conversations with Lorenzo ongoing. But one thing that I would just say is that I'm not sure. Now I'm like, I haven't been focusing, I have been focusing on other things in the first half a year. Like I defended my thesis and yay, finishing university now, but I can finally focus on the topics. But I would like to pick up the conversation with Sarah to have this list of NGOs. From our part, we haven't had any contact. There was an attempt to have contact, but everybody has been busy and Sarah hasn't picked up the conversation herself. So there's a bit, I think, responsibility of the initiative is a bit swimming between stakeholders. But we felt that we know that we can, and we are able to ask for help, and we get answers to the questions. It's just for different reasons, like getting to some end results are going slower. I think we're working in different tempos also in the group. Supervision meetings, we are happy that we have a supervision meetings. We're happy with them. I think that would be the main point. I don't know if Marcus or Ruchi want to add something, or you're happy.
Marcus is happy, and Ruchi is.
Ruchi is always happy.
And Ruchi, exactly, like.
So thank you, and now back to the studio.
Petra knows.
Cool. Thank you very much. Slovakia. What about you?
Hi. I will probably talk due to Veronica's traveling situation. So with clients, as long as both of us had the finals, like final exams at school, and we are switching schools, we had a lot on our plates. So neither of us had time to find clients. However, we are working on it. At least we at least I practice with myself, self-coaching, and we are looking for people in our schools and like that. So we have a chance to find clients, and we're looking forward to find them during holidays and at the start of the new school year, so in September. In contacting, so due to final exams and busy life period, we haven't been in touch. So this is the first time we talk to each other like Slovaks since the Erasmus, but both of us spoke to our supervisors. So I to Lorenzo and she to Dita. And they've been very helpful. They are helping us with our questions. And for me, Lorenzo is very helpful with goal setting. So we also practice this, and it can help in further coaching sessions. And I think that's everything we wrote down, I think. Yes, so we are planning on starting, but we haven't started yet. But both of us already have a plan of the session, and we went through the question, refreshed the information, and yeah. But we haven't heard from NGO and other Slovaks. So yes.
Cool. Thank you very much. And last, Czech Republic. How's the situation in your country?
Okay. So Veronica is doing very, very well. She has lots of clients. I have just one client, which is all I can do at the moment. But basically both know what to do right now. Yeah, there's not really that much support that we need, except Veronica just needs to figure out how to make her goals more measurable. And that is pretty much it. I don't know what else to say.
Short and sweet.
We're doing good. We're doing good. That's what's the main thing out of it.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for these insights. And now let's try to zoom out. You tried this method, this tool, this reflection, method or tool for reflection. What do you think about it? Would you try it in your NGO, in your project approach? What kind of benefits it brings to you? Okay, I will repeat question one more time. So you tried these reflection tables. You put the tasks, you put the whole process into 3 categories, in one to do, in progress, and done. Is it helpful for you, do you think, when you zoom out, not only for 21st century, but would you try this method also in some other project?
Sure. I mean, I use this kind of in my other projects. I keep, let's say, you know, a lot of our NGOs run on projects or grants with specific activities. So I have like a work plan with similar labels that I keep an overview, color overview of what's done in progress and what's to do. It kind of keeps helps to categorize information as well.
Mm-hmm. What are the benefits of this method? What do you think, people?
I think more than projects, I use it in my life. It's like everything divided in things to do, things that are going, and things that has been done. And it's very, to me, it's really, when I classify the things, like I put them in like boxes. This helps a lot to me to visualize because I write also these things, I write down these things. So I visualize what I have to do, what is done, what is like still going. I mean, it's helpful to me.
Where do you write it, Josef?
Depends. If I mean, we are talking about like simple tasks, I use paper and pen. If sometimes I try to plan bigger things, then I use laptop and files and Excel and so on. Depends of the tasks.
Very nice. If you are not using these tables, not yet, maybe, in your personal life or professional life, there are also many apps and many websites which help you to kind of divide the task division. Either you are using Trello or Asana or Slack for communication, so not so much, but all these websites, they are helping you to divide the task. Maybe not into these 3 columns, these 3 boxes, but it's kind of like additional tool which can be used also among your colleagues, among your group, in the working environment where maybe your task is not only yours, but you need to share it, some subtask also among your colleagues. Cool. Was it beneficial for you, this activity?
Yes, it helped me think through my, I mean, I feel that this task is on the right time for me because of where I am right now, starting with my sessions.
Elias, was it beneficial for you?
Yeah, I may say regarding realization of where we are and the tempo we should reach. So yeah, it was useful.
Okay. Cool. Any comments? Any questions? Okay. So, lovely people, it's 6:22. Let's have a 15 minutes break and then we will meet here. And those who didn't do homework, please do, because we are going to work with that. Yes, Ruchi, I'm looking at you. So it's 6:22. Let's meet here at 6:35. Yeah. Okay. Back. Perfect. Slowly, slowly. Hopefully you checked what you wrote in your homework. How was this homework for you?
It was very hard.
Hard? Why it was hard, Ruchi?
I didn't start it.
That's why it was hard? Or it was hard, that's why you didn't start it?
Yeah, we can put it that way as well.
Thank you for your feedback.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
It's okay, absolutely, it's okay. What about the others? How was it for you?
Hello. Sorry for being late, but I had some trouble with the train. For me, the homework was like I had some unknown words and meanings, so I had to check about all this in Google, like Scrum, for example. So I found information about this, and generally I took all the reflection, but my thoughts to be all perfect didn't came to write down everything I thought in the canvas, so that's why you didn't see my final work. So
Writer's block, writer's block.
And also I postponed every time I will write it more good, and but it was a good try to have a reflection, and it really helped me to understand the meanings and the previous webinars meanings about Agile better.
What about the others?
I can go. In the beginning, it was a bit more difficult. It sounds to me a bit more difficult. We are talking about the previous homework. I mean, that was the one that we had. Okay. That's why we had the call with the rest Greeks, and we started to discuss it. But after that, we lack of some information. And when we started to be alone, for me, honestly, I didn't give much time to really understand and search and follow the whole instructions that you wrote, you sent to the email. So I started to get confused, and I gave up. And I said that after this meeting, that it was supposed also to follow since the beginning, I would have more clear view, and then I can go on. So I'm also like Ruchi, that I owe my own homework. Unfortunately, I couldn't follow this from the beginning, this meeting. But I think that it wasn't something undoable. I didn't do them, but it wasn't such difficult for this. So very, very soon you will have it. And I think when I will see this recording meeting, it will be easier for me.
Yeah, well, this homework was not for us, not for the team. It was mostly for you and for your team work approach in the projects, how you can, and maybe you are already implementing Agile approach. What we are going to work on later is actually to share some tips and tricks, some really tools and methods you are using according to Agile methodology. And just for you to summarize what we worked on during the webinar 1, I'm going to share this picture where you can see Agile methodology, that we are coming from stage number 1, requirements, definition, and analysis of the concepts, continuing to planning of the sprints, collaborative design and development, then creation and implementation, and then again, review and monitor, and again and again, again. Also, just to have a basic view, this is what Agile does, that you are designing, building, testing, reviewing, and launching. And then again, designing, building, testing, reviewing. And this is one sprint, second, and third. That we are checking with our environment. We are checking not only with our target groups, but also with our colleagues, with our stakeholders, maybe, with our partners. How is the situation? If what we launched needs to be maybe adjust, needs to be more maybe flexible or redesign. So when we are going to build it and test it, the review will be more positive or more useful for our target group. What you were supposed to do in your homework is this. Are these boxes where you can see that people already shared, and the questions were focusing on your project or your NGO, which you can find useful, this reflection, that you can really check it out, how is the situation, and maybe to go again through designing, building, testing, and reviewing, and not some kind of outcome, maybe, but mostly it was about how you work in your team. How is the situation in your NGO, in your business? What we are going to do now is that we are coming from this homework, what you wrote here or you didn't, but you know about stuff, and we are going to work on what works in my team, especially based on each stage of Agile methodology. So when you are in stage number 1, requirements, definition, and analysis of concepts, we are talking about to determine current state and your expectations. What kind of situation it is, what we need to do, if we have some tasks from our partners, from the environment, from our target groups. What I want to focus on is to be really, really specific and really to share some methods and tips, something which works in your team, something which definitely you used, or you maybe heard that this is the best practice. This is the practice you would like to share, because the ideally is that people, participants who would check these, you will have tips and tricks you can use in your environment, in your NGO. How we are going to do that is that you will be divided into the teams. It will be team 1, team 2, team 3, team 4, and there are 2 tasks. One is that you are going to check what is written here and rewrite it, summarize it according to the stage you are connected to, you are assigned, and definitely also add from your practice, from your best practice, what works in your team. So lately, in like 2 minutes, we are going to divide you into the groups. Each group is assigned to one of these stages, and these stages are coming from Agile methodology, where the first step would be to check what is written here and how it applies into your topic, what you can rewrite, summarize. Please be very specific, very concrete. Give us example, give us really tips and tricks. And the second would be to check what is written here and add something from your environment, what works, what you think it's worthy to share with the group. Is it clear? Okay. So Marcus, if I can ask you, open the groups. And you can join a breakout room. Lovely people. What you were supposed to do is that, I'm gonna share it. You were supposed to summarize and put tips and tricks into each stage for Agile methodology. And I will share it with you. It means also that I cannot see you. So I would like to ask the group number 1, requirements, definition, and analysis of concept. What did you write? What kind of tips and tricks you can share with the rest of the team?
Okay, I'll start talking.
Thank you.
Because I am at the Rutsindra's team, and Georgia's maybe also. We just started reading about what others mentioned in the last activity that we needed to do. And then we just found some similar points, and also we discussed about what our experiences through our own things, through our lives in an NGO, or me, for example, university and things like this. And then we wrote some phrases that we thought are the key phrases for this part.
Okay, so what you wrote is meetings in our team, face-to-face or online, to answer basic questions, like what is project for, what actions do we need to take. Then also you mentioned who is gonna be stakeholder, what is timetable for project, what is the budget, very important question. And also you mentioned make organizational or structure, define roles, make time frame using a platform so everyone can be updated. You were mentioning using a platform. What kind of platforms people can use? Give me example.
Yeah, I think the last one, I don't know, maybe it can go also on the collaborative design development thing.
Absolutely.
So I don't know if it's wrong.
No, it's not. No.
Okay, but we just thought that it's good that everyone can just be updated through a site or something that they all use, and it's easy for them to approach and use. So they can be all updated and, you know, just have a flow.
We are, for
altogether.
example, we are using a planner from Microsoft, I think it's the app. So we are putting there the answers for the main questions I wrote up there, and there from these answers we are making like the steps or concrete steps we are taking in the planner, so everyone knows who is everyone doing and why are they doing it.
Super. From my example, for example, we are using also Notion or just very basic Google Drive and Board document where we are sharing, especially when we are defining, okay, so what is this project we want to work together on? What is this need we are trying to fulfill? Where we are putting all this information when we have online meetings or one-to-one person, so we can get back to already kind of ideas or comments or text. Also, what is helping is making a research, especially in our area where we think that, okay, this was never before done, but most probably it was. So it's good to check what other maybe NGOs, what are projects about this topic we want to maybe dig more are already, or what kind of concept they take, what kind of approach. So when you have this research, it's beneficial also for you because you can already put it, especially when you are writing a project application, and to put some ideas that, okay, your concept is based on this one, but also you know what is actually working already in the world, so you are maybe not making the same mistake, or you have another idea, additional idea. Or definitely you can write to these people like, okay, guys, you are doing amazing job, we would like to join. Or maybe they will be open also for a meeting to define and maybe to give you a feedback for your concept, what you are coming with. Cool, thank you very much. Planning of sprints.
So how much do you want me to talk?
Minute and a half.
Minute and a half. Okay. So generally good idea to have your fixed time frame. You scale your tasks into that time frame. If you have a task that is not defined enough to be finished in a time frame, either it has to be granulated or a spike created to figure out what exactly is needed to be done to achieve whatever it is that is needed to be achieved. I personally am a little bit against anything that goes for project management inside folder systems, because folder systems are not well navigable. So much better to use something that gives access to a Kanban board or something good. And the minimal option would probably be Notion for many people. Probably many people know this, but that allows to set up simple workflows. And if somebody wants to do something very complex, integrated with everything, and they have time for the slow processes because the program is absolutely huge and slow, then Jira tools are very good for any kind of project management or using stuff. And the main idea for like why all of this software and stuff needs to be done is also said already, the visibility of what is going on. And another thing that is also needed is visibility of the documentation, at least for inside the team. So there can be project manager for communicating to the outside of the team, that is okay, but inside the team, people need to have access to the data.
Super, perfect. Exactly. You're one team, so you should have access.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
What's a spike, Marcus?
So if you have a task, then that has a defined result that is deliverable. If you have an epic, then that is something greater you want to achieve, but consists of a bunch of tasks. But for example, if you have a problem, then Spike is used to research the problem for a defined amount of time and to get some kind of information that can be used in next cycle.
Explain me like I'm 5. What is Spike? Because I didn't
you have a problem, you don't know how to solve it. You define a time and then you figure out what's the best way forward.
Okay, thanks.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Super. Then collaborative design development.
Do you want me to go ahead or because I made the notes, I can Vasilis, Sofia, or do you feel like talking? Alrighty. We focused on the tools where teams that work either, well, a lot of groups, most of the groups also work either hybrid or only or remotely online. There's no groups that work not online. So we focused on tools, but we brought up meetings being a very useful tool, face-to-face or online via Zoom or Meet. But when we stopped on meetings also that you have to choose the meeting format depending on the goal. So face-to-face meetings being good for if you need to kind of dream bigger or to have strategy or brainstorm, because those kind of conversations, this syncing happens better face-to-face. You will have all kind of potential synergies happening when you have a kind of a physical meeting. We use a lot of the Google kind of cloud tools. So written collaboration I use in my work a lot while using this Drive documents. And Google Calendar is absolutely I know that I think there's like two kind of worlds. There's Google Calendar and then there's the other Microsoft something, but I don't use it, so I don't know. But basically Calendar being very good to share. For instance, I'm taking part in a community garden now in Estonia because yes, our summer grows stuff as well. And we just set up a Google Calendar with a watering schedule for plants. But our daily operations, we use Slack a lot. And for instance, in our work, our team collabs on illustrations in Canva. For me, doing this type of collaboration in Canva is a first experience, but Vasilis was sharing that they use in the university as well, teamwork Canva. And that kind of opened up a conversation about how the different tools and platforms differ regionally. For instance, in Estonia, WhatsApp is not so widely used as it is globally. I'd say. So, I mean, I have WhatsApp on my phone only because we have the 21st century conversations there. So there's just different expectations and not everybody's using the same tool. So it's important to know or kind of be aware of the different platforms, also regarding age groups with who you work, because Sofia was bringing up how she uses Discord for teenagers, Slack and WhatsApp for adults, and that young adults are in Instagram. Nobody's in Facebook anymore because it's just a hellhole and information hole, a noise. I think it's for like event calendar still, like having like a cultural events or event calendar function is the only thing that is worth on Facebook anymore. So these were the main tools. Know your target groups, where are they, what are they using, and face-to-face meetings have high value if you need to brainstorm.
Super. Thank you very much. Definitely, I would emphasize read your target groups. And as Sofia said, that each target group is using different tools and they are more confident with different tools. So ask people what they want to use, of course.
Sorry, a question. Do you mean team?
Yes.
Okay.
So, for example, I am working with different teams, and it's not beneficial for me, of course. But if majority of people they're saying they want to use something different, I just say yes. If of course it's useful and I see the benefits why. So with one team I'm using Slack, with another I'm using Asana, with one Discord. But it's all about people, and that I need to change. Of course, it's not useful for me, and it's quite tiring, to be very honest. But also I understand that in one project I'm working with teenagers, and with another I'm working with 50+ people. So of course they have own preferences. And the last group, create and implement. Very creative group, I need to say.
As you can see, I do not use Canva. Because
we are boomers, okay?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I just place the text inside, and I don't know how to turn it like, you know.
Can I do it? Is it okay?
No, for me it's okay. I mean, it's
Okay.
at least for me.
Okay, so what kind of tips and tricks you can share with the group?
Okay, I started to talk. I don't know if Georgia wants to talk or Veronica. Okay, I start, and then maybe Georgia, you can help with the methods, and Veronica too, as you were talking more about the methods. Well, I start with the apps that more or less are the ones that were mentioned by all of you. So the Google, I define it, the Google world, like all the things that are like promoted by Google are pretty much used, like Drive, Calendar. Well, I personally share 8 or 9 different calendars, just to give you an example of how much I use it at work. Canva, Padlet as well were mentioned. Slack by Veronica was mentioned, by us. We also were using it. And recently we kind of changed to Discord, because you can, using Slack, you can organize your like team in different ways with different channels. Works amazingly, like very good. But being a youth NGO, we also need to work with young people, and we understood that Discord is much more used by young people. So we changed. Now we do not use Slack, we use Discord. So there are channels that are for us, we pay for it. I mean, like we pay Discord channels that are for us. And then we created different communities of young people, depends on the project, that depends on the activities. And there is a good advantage of using Discord and not like, I don't know, WhatsApp or things like this, because we do not need to ask the number to the young people. Very often we work with the minors, and using Discord, we do not ask the number. And this is a good thing for us. Yeah, and this is more or less the the hubs. Then we discussed also about the methods that we use when we create and when we implement. There was like, we were a bit lost if like to find the right frame to this question. Then we found a way. I don't know if it's the right way, but for example, maybe here, Georgia, you and Veronica spoke more, because we have some interesting things that we use, and maybe can be also presented.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I can say, but what you mentioned before about the brainstorming, would you like to say it, or I can go on with your?
You can say it for me. I mean, it's okay.
Okay. So some of the methods, or at least ways that we try to use, and to see how we can evaluate also our contribution to our teams, not just our team's contribution. As Jose mentioned, it was like doing brainstorming in person, with the rest of the team, either the colleagues, about specific things, but with a specific deadline. So we'll have this brainstorming in the next 20 minutes, for the next 30 minutes, 40 minutes. So because usually it's not easy to find the common time altogether. And when we think that when we set a deadline also for the time, it helps more at least to organize and find some solutions or some activities or some answers. Also, in order to what we do, I mean, in Praxis, we use a specific tool about that. It either helps to organize the activity, and we call monitoring tool, monitoring sheet. If I pronounce correct, I mean the SWEET, HEET. This is the word. So in this document, it's a common one among the team. So we organize and we write down specific tasks. For example, what Bravo, yes. What you wrote, Marcus. We write down the specific goal, how we're going to implement it, what would be the target group, the methods that we would like to use in order to help us be very structured, but also we have the feedback part, so we can write down all the new entries that we have. And usually it also helps us to go back and see how we can contribute more to some activities or to the team. And when we want also to see our contribution to the team, it's either by joining again and again to the process and not just asking for feedback, but also be part of the process, be part of the activity, and see that there is a flow. And what we have already started to do, it really works, and it's not just people who feel lost. And that's all, I think. If I missed anything, please.
I just want to say that we mentioned also the SWOT analysis and also the SMART methodology. And also, I just want to say thank you because I'm kind of in a hurry, so I need to go. But it was nice to see you all, and thank you and goodbye.
Ciao, ciao, Veronica. Yes, thank you very, very much. The last stage of Agile methodology review and monitor, we are not going to touch now, not only because, yeah, our time is up, but also this will be our focus on the next webinar of this webinar of Agile webinars. So thank you very much. This link will be open, and also in the email you will receive with information. And just to summarize what we did here, definitely use it, in the sense that maybe after this webinar you will have idea like, okay, we are using also this tool, this method. Write it down, because not only sharing is caring, but also that it can be useful for yeah, actually all of us, what you are using. I want to share also very quickly, because I don't want to take your time, also the handouts we are going to share with you, and we are going to send it to you. The first one is Agile self-assessment handout, where we created only and only for you. Tool handout you can share with your team. It means that you have questions, and then you have even scoring, so you can check and discuss between your teams. And you have also reflective questions you can use, so you can improve the teamwork, the collaboration, and to check your team from the point of Agile view. This is not mandatory, of course. We will be more than happy if you use it. We are going to also check it and talk about it in the next webinar. So this Agile self-assessment handout, I would really recommend that maybe you have a team meeting during the summer, maybe you have this yearly evaluation meetings. So you can print it, give it to each of your team member. They will point, they will answer these questions, score, and then they will see where they are or where your team is. If there is a strong Agile practice or not so much or limited Agile practices. And then as a team together, you can reflect together, you can answer these questions, which help you to improve your collaboration and team spirit, definitely. So that would be the one. Agile self-assessment handout. And then the second is Agile practices checklist. And it's more for you. If you are leading or you are coordinator of some project, here you can find your Agile practices checklist, where you go through some subtopics from communication, planning, execution, review, etc., where you can check what actually belongs to communication, for example, daily stand-up meetings, regular team meetings. And you can, reflect if you are doing that, if you have something like open communication channels, if everybody has access to communication channels, if everybody has access to documents, as we mentioned, for example, before. So this is also for you, also, of course, with reflective questions. It cannot be otherwise, where you can check your team and even focus on next steps. So maybe, especially when you have team meetings, when you have year evaluation plan or strategic planning, you can go through it, through this handout, and you can maybe set up a new plan or new direction, more connected with Agile practices. So these two documents will be also shared with you. Of course, also link to the Canva. And one more time, if you will find out or some thoughts pops up, definitely share it in Canva. Maybe some tool, maybe some method, maybe some specification. Feel free to share it and also use our WhatsApp. I'm not gonna ask you now what would you wish for a third from Agile webinar to appear, what kind of topics or what you would like to touch during our third webinar, but this question will be also sent in the email. So please, if you are thinking that, okay, maybe some topics will be more useful, some, method tools, or you feel that it was not mentioned yet, please answer the email, which will be sent to you soon. I'm not promising when exactly, but soon, also with these handouts and Canva link. Thank you very much that you came. Thank you that you found the time for this webinar. And yes, the next webinar, Marcus, is when?
Yes, it's on September 17th. So mark it in your agendas, tell your colleagues, and of course we will send reminders by email and put it on Facebook. September 17th. So we have a nice summer break and hopefully full booking when we meet on September 17th.
Exactly.
Right.
Enjoy your
else, Petra?
summer. Sorry?
Yeah, anything else? You're just doing it. Do it.
Enjoy your summer and send us photos how you are dying in the heat with mosquitoes, especially when you are, in Estonia. We are very happy to see you and share how you are. Ciao, ciao, guys.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.